The stones of the pyramids can speak. Will ye hear the scream of the young children that were slaughtered? Or will you hear the dua of Musa? Or will you actually hear the voice of Pharaoh asking to be relieved? Or will you hear the arrogance of Qarun? Or will you hear the dua of Asya? Or the Mashitat bint Pharaoh? Or the groomer of the daughter of Pharaoh? Too many lessons learned from that story, and it's very well documented, but we'll take a few just to remind ourselves. We'll stick to 3 points for now, inshallah. The first thing is understanding the difficulties is part of life, and we can implement it on what we're going through right now. Understanding there's a wisdom and a logic, and there is a light in the end of the tunnel. Regardless of what happens, it's always going to be good in the end. Because this is simply called life. It's just a temporary phase that we have to pass in order for us to get to our ultimate goal. And the story is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala challenged Pharaoh himself. When he says, أَنَا رَبُّكُمُ الْأَعْلَى. If you're claiming I'm your Lord, you're most high, well, I'm going to challenge you. You already had a vision that some of the Bani Israel, that will take your position. And you already know that. And I'm going to tell you, you are going to raise that man that will take over in your own home, under your own supervision. So if you think about it, it's not what it seems, brothers. We may think things are bad or difficult, but it could be the best thing ever happened to you. Some of us came back to Allah because of what's going on. And so on and so forth. I'm not going to go back, but we understand where this is going from. Also understanding when Musa alayhi salam was ousted from the same land that raised Yusuf alayhi salam and honored him. So it's not the belonging of the land of anything else that we long for. But when Musa alayhi salam was ousted, he did not know he's coming back among the Ulil Azm. He's coming back as a strong prophet and messenger, challenging the head of kufr. And when Isa alayhi salam was in the womb of his mother Maryam, she did not know when she was pregnant, she was carrying another among the 5 Ulil Azm. And among them, Nuh alayhi salam of the Ulil Azm. He had no idea, even though he is the best, his own son will not follow. Nor among the 5 Ulil Azm, Ibrahim alayhi salam, abusive father, he still did not play the card of the victim child that we can do whatever I want. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and endless stories with that's another lecture. But you can use that qiyas analogy with everyone else. So the link to us and the prophets and messengers, one. Inna hadihi ummatukum ummatan wahida. So you have to walk on the same path. This is one ummah. The same path of difficulties and the struggle is there till Judgment Day. Now, knowing that Asya alayhi salam, the wife of Pharaoh, did not say, you know what, my husband is this and I have to follow. She didn't. She's chosen. So we have to choose the path that we cannot blame anybody else for our miseries. We cannot play the victim game and blame everybody else accordingly. We have to be steadfast. لا يكن أحدكم إمعا. Don't be a follower. Don't say just because of whatever, I have no choice. You have a choice. Now, when Musa alayhi salam came back to Pharaoh blamed him for killing one person. Do you believe it? Killing one person, he complained. وَنَسِيَ, and he forgot that he slaughtered thousands of innocent children. You understand? Now, I don't want to go political on you, but you can understand where this is going. Is that because you need Sahara, right? The story of the Sahara is the media. Every tyrant needs a media. And the Sahara was the same. The Sahara was the magicians. Now understanding that, one person died recently, the whole world got up. But we are being slaughtered day and night, and every world is blind. Amazing. But that's why there's Judgment Day. That's fine. The Sahara were, Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma says, عجبا. These magicians, في أول اليوم كانوا سحرة فجرة وفي آخره كان شهداء بررة. The beginning of the day, they were transgressors, magicians for a tyrant. In the end of the same day, they were martyrs, righteous. Amazing. So what do you learn from that? إنما الأعمال بخواتمها. Is how you're going to end up. Don't boast, don't celebrate just yet, man. وَاعْبُدْ رَبَّكَ حَتَّى يَأْتِيكَ الْيَقِينَ. No one is guaranteed anything. You're guaranteed that you're going to die. You're guaranteed that you're going to be held questions in the grave. You're guaranteed you're going to be resurrected. You're guaranteed you're going to be asked 4 questions on Judgment Day. You're guaranteed that you're going to be going either to heaven or hell, depending on what you chose, the path, shopping, the mall that we talked about before. And lastly is Mashitat, the groomer of the daughter of Pharaoh. When she dropped the comb, she said Bismillah, because her and her husband believed in Allah. Even though her father, her husband, was actually a consultant to Pharaoh. As soon as he heard, loyalty is gone. He killed him. Now the daughter says, when she heard the groomer says Bismillah, when she picked up the comb, says, do you mean my father, your God? Says, no, Rabbi wa Rabbukillah, wa Rabbi Fir'aun, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So she went to tell her father. He brings her. Stick to me that I am your Lord. She didn't. So he said, bring her children, 5. And he started with the eldest. Big pot of boiling oil. Drops him in front of her, his mother. Flesh burned. Only thing that bubbled up was the skeleton, the white bones. And she did not stop. He brings the 2nd child. Same. 3rd, 4th. She only had the suckling child to her bosom. And she almost gave in. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inspired the child to say, Ya ummah, idbuti ala al-haq, la ilaha illallah. Oh my mother, hold on to the truth. There's only one deity deserving to be worshipped. And it was her turn. And just before she was placed, she turned to Pharaoh and says, I have only one request. What do you think the request was? Spare my life? She says, bring my bones and my children's bones and bury us in one the same grave. Amazing, isn't it? Too many stories, too little time. But uthbut ala al-haq. Hold on to the truth, because life is guaranteed. Wallahi, it will not decrease 1 fraction of a second if you waver. It will not increase your risk, will not increase your life. But don't sell your deen for somebody else's dunya. So don't sell your hereafter for somebody else's life. May Allah make our last words to be La ilaha illallah. Best of actions indeed to be the last of actions and deeds. And the best days will meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ameen. Wa alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Wa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.